critics of the new Senate majority accuse them of downplaying the flood control scandals and slowing down the investigations. The start of the impeachment trial of Vice President Sara Duterte adds more bite to their criticism. The trial will supposedly distract the public away from the issue of flood control corruption. Is any of this true? Do we really have to choose between impeachment and flood control investigations? Hi, I'm John Nery and you are in the public square. The man tasked to continue the Senate Blue Ribbon investigations into the flood control scandal and other cases is Senator Erwin Tulfo. Only in the second year of his first term in the Senate, he has been thrust into a high-profile and also high-risk position. Senator Erwin Tulfo, thank you for joining us in the public square.
No, thank you for inviting me.
Sen, yung mga critics ninyo, sinasabi, ang gusto lang naman ng new Senate majority, matakpan yung flood control. No? Tapos ngayon, may impeachment pa. Naku, makakalimutan na talaga. Let's address this squarely.
That idea or that thought was very, very wrong from the start, yung sinasabi nila. Because what we did was like, we had a Blue Ribbon meeting. Kasi hindi pa ma-convene yung Blue Ribbon as a Blue Ribbon committee because it has to be on the floor sa plenary.
Okay.
Then the memberships, etc.
Sure. Okay.
So, hindi ka makapag-convene. What they did, yung kay Senator Marcoleta, was like mali because hindi na-convene sa floor, then walang membership.
Parang press con nga daw.
Exactly, yung una. So what we did on our meeting, we invited them. Yung sinasabing 18 ex-security guards or bodyguards of Saldico, we invited them.
Yeah.
So when we had a meeting, we invited them. They even went here. I really thought na they would go to our meeting because we invited them, only to find out na they went upstairs instead and nagpa-press con doon. Tapos we waited and we sent an invitation. We sent somebody verbally to go there na, inaantay kayo po ng Blue Ribbon meeting. Ayaw naman bumaba. Actually, John, we're ready. I mean, we're not hiding anything.
Okay.
If it has to continue the hearing on flood control investigation, we will do that. And we will continue to do that. Kaya nga the plan was, after this Blue Ribbon hearing sa session on the 26th of this month, dahil opening na naman na session yun, this will be brought to the plenary. We will announce the members.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, everybody's a member now of the Blue Ribbon. I am the chairman. Senator Panglinon will be the vice chair. Now, the plan is siya ang mag-head ng subcommittee that will be handling flood control. So, wala tayong tinatakpan dito. Ongoing yun. Ongoing.
And this is only because you figure in that very flexible script na kunwari may natanggap daw and all that, no? So parang nag-ano ka muna.
That's what that lawyer was saying. Na he will only attend if I will inhibit.
Okay.
So this is the reason why na I will let Senator Kiko Pangilinan handle the flood control.
But you will support it, right? I mean, even when the Blue Ribbon was under Senator Ping Lacson, you were one of the few who signed the...
I was the vice chair. And masama man ang loob ko because some of those in the report are my colleagues. But I don't have a choice. May mga nasumita pa sa akin, ba't mo pinirmahan yan? Magkakasama natin para wala kang pakisama. And I said like I'm the vice chair.
Yeah.
So sabi ko, I really have to, I must sign this. So, tatlong senador, sinita ako, tinanong ako. Kaya, I just signed it. Ngayon, yung daldal dyan na pinagtatakpan, my question to them is, baka kayo may pinagtakpan? Kasi, ba't di kayo pumirma? Diba? You just have to sign. Yung mga accusing us of cover-up, why didn't you sign yung unang committee report of the Blue Ribbon. Nandoon naman yung pangalan eh. The names of the president was there, Speaker Romualdez, and the names of the senators were mentioned there. Everybody was mentioned there. How come you did not sign? Is it because you did not sign dahil tatamaan yung mga kasama natin? Could that be it? So sino ang nagtatago, di ba? So sino ang trying to stop the Blue Ribbon from investigating na ilabas yung katotohanan? Not us, John. Because ako, now I'm the chairman, we will continue the flood control hearing. Of course, sige. Pero we will make it sure na hindi makaka-apekto sa iba pang mga issues. So,
right.
Kaya nga I will be assigning it to a subcommittee under Senator Kiko. Pero, we will be setting rules.
Okay.
Ngayon, kung yung parehong tao na naman, Romualdez, Saldico, the senators, the president, naisampa na yun nandoon na sa ombudsman So we will tackle it again here. Di na siguro, di ba? We should tackle naman pag may mga new names. Kung may mga bagong senator naman na mention na kasama sa flood control, may mga bagong congressman, then let's hear it.
Sir, anong status nung report ng committee under Ping Lacson?
We submitted it already sa ombudsman.
Sa ombudsman.
Exactly. Bahala, nasa disposition of the ombudsman na yun. Yun na nga result. Kaya nga, nag-file ng kaso ang ombudsman in fairness against Speaker Martin Romualdez. And then, yung nga, kay Senator Jinggoy. And then, meron pa ngayon, pinag-aaralan nila. So, ongoing naman Kaya nga, they're saying na may pinagtatakpan. Wala akong pinagtatakpan dyan. And we're ready. We're ready to investigate. We're waiting. Kung may mga new charges, may mga individuals na mga bagong names na naman ng individuals, we're ready. Pero, provided, binago ko naman din ang rules. The rule is, if you come to the Blue Ribbon, you make sumbong, you better have yung sumbong mo, your complaint should be backed up by a document or something else. Hindi yung tuturo mo lang, si John Nery tumanggap na maleta, si ganon tumanggap na maleta. No, it doesn't work like that. From now on, I want affidavit. Okay? Para may sinumpaang salaysay ka. Okay? Unlike before kasi, John, anybody, may surprise witness tayo. Darating. No, the rule says, John, na before you admit a witness, kailangan mag-present muna siya ng affidavit niya para ma-review na lahat ng members. Para on the day na he will appear before the Blue Ribbon, all the members can review his testimony, his statement, his affidavit. And then, he will be questioned from that affidavit.
I'm glad that you brought up the word sumbong, no? Kasi that's identified with you and your family, no? Your brothers, no? I had the chance to work with Mon when I was in the Inquirer. Of course, Senator Rafi, and then you. The three brothers, ang branding nyo is justice,
Exactly.
No? Is this the kind of justice that you were after when you were doing your programs? And now you're in the Senate. Paano ba, how do you apply yung brand of justice nyo now that you're Blue Ribbon chair?
It's kind of it's hard. Kasi parang especially in the Blue Ribbon, I'm the chairman. Parang you have to do what you have to do. I mean, without fear or favor.
Okay.
Yung doon ka naramdaman, yung first committee namin na report of Senator Lacson, may mga kasamahan kami. So, I signed it. Yung mga kasama ko na hindi pumirma, dapat sila ang tanungin. May kinakatigan ka ba? Ba't di ka pumirma? Ako, I signed. Ang tingin tuloy sa akin ng ilan, real talk lang tayo dyan, ano? Thinking na, bago ka lang dito, hindi ka marunong makisama. Makisama ka. Trabaho ko I was explaining to them, I'm the vice chair, come on. And then number 2, kilala nga kami na banat ka ng banat. Pagkatapos yung kasama mo, hindi mo mabanatan, kita mo naman yung mga ebidensya. Then bahala na yung court, di ba? Hindi naman kami, we're not here to prosecute. We're here to gather evidence, etc. And then give it to the ombudsman. Kasi ang trabaho lang ng Blue Ribbon is in aid of legislation, which actually may mga nagawa na yung unang committee.
Example, sir.
One of them was like yung BICAM. It's live already. Before, the BICAM usap-usap lang sa kung saang restaurant. One for you, one for me. Yung approach chair ng Congress versus yung Finance Committee chair ng Senate, ganun lang. One for you, one for me. Walang interaction with the public. Now, ang ginawa, because of that, hearing, naging live ang BICAM. And every year, ganun na mangyayari. Pangalawa, yung marami tayong ginawa, yung mga sa PICAB, hindi na sila pwedeng sumali sa mga bidding ng government exam. Di ba? You're a regulatory body and yet sumasali ka sa bidding. So that's just another thing. Maraming nagawa na yung first committee hearing namin na investigation na in-adjust niya, ginawa niya na daming mga pinagbawal.
Do you have a special role for Senator Ping in
He's a member. He's a member of the Blue Ribbon. Of course, I will be seeking his advice as senior members. And as a chairman, definitely yung mga senior senators na, I'll be asking them. I've been reading a lot, John, and trying to prepare. Pero yung kung pag-usapan natin ng transparency, wala po kaming tinatago. We're not hiding anything. If you want to continue this flood control hearing, kasi parang pinagtatakpan, we're open. We will invite those bodyguards, those ex-bodyguards of Saldico. We will invite. Pero, ang lang namin dyan, sana may bago na naman kayong tao mabanggit. Sana may pieces of evidence. Pero kung the same persons na naman you keep on accusing, the President, Romualdez, nandoon na sa Ombudsman. Why don't you just give your documents, your information to the Ombudsman para mas mapatibay pa ng Ombudsman yung kaso laban sa kanila? Why do you have to bring it here? We're not a prosecuting body. We're an investigative body. We're not the prosecutors here. If you have more evidence against Marcos, you have evidence against Romualdez, you have evidence sa mga senators, bring it there. Diba? Not sa Blue Ribbon. Because Blue Ribbon investigates, yes, pero we do not prosecute. Kasi ganun din mangyayari dyan eh. We will go give all these statements, pieces of evidence to the Ombudsman.
Sir,
wala din eh.
What will happen during the impeachment trial? I just checked the Senate website. So far, wala pa yatang notice of meeting sa Blue Ribbon.
No.
But we can expect that the Blue Ribbon or even the subcommittees will meet even during the impeachment period.
Our plan is, as a matter of fact, we will be meeting the membership, siguro with the majority muna members, and then the entire membership, kasi lahat naman miyembro na eh.
Yeah,
Na how do we go forward? Okay? Let us agree on one thing. Kung the same people naman ang pag-uusapan, kung nandoon na siya sa unang report, nasa ombudsman na yung mga inaakusahan, nandoon na yung mga dokumento, bakit pa natin uulitin, di ba? Why do we have to repeat it? For what? We are not prosecutors dyan eh. Bigyan mo man ako ng ebidensya, ang gagawin ko, ipapasa ko lang doon sa ombudsman kasi we cannot prosecute naman, di ba? Those pieces of evidence that will come up, that you will give us, your statements, will be sufficient enough for the prosecutors. We're not prosecutors, we're investigative body in aid of legislation. Kaya nga, kung yun pa rin sasabihin ng mga bodyguard, si ganito, si ganon, na nabanggit na dati, bakit di man lang dalhin sa ombudsman? Ganon din, bigay mo sa akin, sige, ibibigay ko doon. Kasi ang nangyayari, ginagawang platform ang Blue Ribbon. That's what I noticed. Para ipahiya yung tao, para masira yung tao. Ginamit eh. Inabuso. The Blue Ribbon Committee was abused. And it was used by some people, para to shame other people, public officials. And that is not supposed to be the job of the Blue Ribbon. The Blue Ribbon is here to investigate, okay? Accountability of public officials. Kaya yung sinasabi nila, I can't seem to understand na accountability, kailangan ng accountability. Yes, nandoon na nga sa ombudsman. What else? Uulitin na naman, tumanggap ng maleta si ganito, tumanggap na nag-deliver ako. Nasabi na nandoon na Sasabihin na naman, nag-deliver ako sa Nara Street ng ganito. Nasabi na ulit na naman. Unless kung meron silang may bagong witness, ay si Senador ganito. May kinakausap po ako ngayon na isang senador na sasabit sa flood control. I'm sorry, but I'm just waiting for the affidavit of that individual who will really pin down that senator. I'm sorry, pero there's a senator na madidiin pa din sa flood control. I'm just waiting.
And it's backed up by evidence.
Yeah, it should be backed up by evidence. At yung testigo, hindi lang yung turo, nagpadala ko ng maleta kay senador na gano'n, hindi gano'n. It will be backed up by evidence.
Sir, on top of the Blue Ribbon, you're also chair of Social Justice and Energy. Marami na yun, ano? And now, we're about to start the impeachment trial. Kamusta po ang preparations nyo at ng Senado para sa impeachment?
On my part, John, I've been reviewing and then a constant. I think I will have my second briefing with my lawyers. Some of them have experience already. We've been here for quite some time. They're briefing me on what to do, what to say, and then yung mga articles have been reviewing it one by one. And then if I don't know anything, I'm not so familiar. Wala naman kasi ako law background. I'm a journalist, so I ask them, and then they explain it to me. That's how we do that, and we keep on preparing, and then matching it with the Constitution. At the end of the day, at nights, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, I binubuksan ko yung Constitution natin, and then yung mga piece of evidence, and then yung rules of the Senate. I'm trying to compare, I'm trying to review.
The Senate Minority, Sen. Erwin, how are your relations with them? You've let loose some very sharp words directed at some of them.
I realize, John, that it's very unstatesmanly conduct. Yung mga words na binitiwan ko noon, I mean, not very good. So I took it back. I realized na dapat hindi na gano'n. Wala na tayo sa radyo. We're a statesman. So binawi ko yon, but then yung tao parang hindi ko alam kung nasaktan masyado. I apologize and I took it back, but that person, that individual keeps on yapping and talking, so pinabayaan ko lang, calling me names, but it's okay. Sabi nga nila, if you're a public official, dapat hindi ka balat sibuyas, so he can talk. I just wish na instead of talking in Facebook, he would come to work. Here we can discuss, we can deliberate, you know. Waste our time in talking about laws instead of talking about this, tuta dito, aso doon, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I think it will be more, my suggestion is he could come here and we can discuss. Diba? We can debate. I mean, I'm a neophyte. I'm not saying I'm a good debater, but I will try. I will try to stand up, and if he will challenge me, and I will say, okay, basta it is all about in aid of legislation, it is about passing laws, then I will. Siguro, mas maganda yun ang debate. Tawagin niya man akong wala kang alam sa batas. It's okay. For so long as we talk about something about laws that will benefit the country, the people. Mas okay yun. Kasi we keep on yapping and blah, blah, blah in Facebook. Not counted yun. It's not even recorded.
Are you concerned that some senators may have already made up their minds before even entering the impeachment court?
That's sad. I mean, senators at this point should be neutral. I mean, pero I've been reading some. I mean, they're already making comments and statements na hindi makakuha ng ganito, hindi makakuha ng ganong numbers. I think that's not a very good idea. I mean, as a senator judge, hindi mo pa nga nakikita yung mga evidence. We have like what, 3 boxes? Each senator we given 3 boxes of documents that we have to review. And I haven't even gone through like 1/4 of that box, John.
So you have a few more days.
I don't think I'll be able to finish that. I mean, just keep on reviewing. I'm trying. I mean, so far we have gone through like about 39 pages or 40 pages pa lang. And that's just like about 1,003 boxes yun dyan. So mahirap yung you'll say na hindi makakuha. Why? I don't know kung saan nila nakuha yun. Di ba? Na won't get the numbers. Pinapangunahan nila yung sarili nila.
But are you hopeful that some might still be open to the evidence?
I'm praying that all of us, all 22 of us, should have an open mind when we start on the very first day. I mean, na sana hindi nila isara kaagad yung pag-iisip nila na convicted or acquitted. Let's listen to the pieces of evidence, statements presented to us, both by the prosecution and by the defense. Diba? Ganun naman yun eh.
Yeah.
Prosecution and defense.
Sir, in the last 2 months, especially because of what happened here May 11, May 13, and then when you took over, some of us got the impression that you had become the apparent spokesperson for the new Senate majority. When you faced the media, you ended up speaking. Was this assigned to you? Did you volunteer for it, or it just happened?
It was assigned actually by the SB 11, Senate Block 11
Okay.
back then. Nobody wants to talk, so they said, ikaw na lang, dahil galing ka sa media, you can talk to the media. Pero for now, John, I think everything is okay now that we don't need any more spokesperson. Everybody can be spokesperson kasi iba-iba naman yung mga opinions namin, even in the majority. Yung opinions sa ganito, let's talk about the juvenile problem right now. Though we're in the same boat, we're in the majority, pero iba-iba yung ideas. I have my own idea. My brother has. Senator Risa, Senator Kiko, the author of the juvenile justice law. Iba-iba yung ideas namin.
So that was only for that emergency?
For that emergency, yes. Pero kung given again situation, sana wag na. And I will say okay. I will talk to the media para isa lang yung information, hindi sabog-sabog.
Sen, it's still early, but people are talking about 2028. Can I have your thoughts on this first? I mean, how do you see it this early?
Well, hindi ko naman sila masisi. I can't blame people, na kung sinong pipiliin nila, etc., etc. Yung nga lang, the problem is, it's way too early.
It's too early?
It's 2 years from now, 2026, 2028. We have a lot of problems, John, we need to take care of. Isa nga yan, yung juvenile justice. We need to fix that. Isa pang problem, I don't know, I don't want to call this blessing in disguise, yung Middle East war. Now, we really have a problem, and then everybody found out. And this morning, I had a hearing, my very first hearing as chairman of the Energy. Na the DOE, under that oil deregulation law, they cannot confiscate, they cannot make arrest those hoarders of oil products. They cannot. They have to go to the court. Wala silang authority. Number 2, I also found out na the government cannot impose or say like, hindi, there's a price ceiling. So, want to sawa yung mga companies, depende kung magkano ang itataas nila. Tapos parang nag-uusap-usap yung mga yun. Sabay-sabay tayo, 5 pesos per liter. And then there's no control.
Okay.
Meaning, according to that law, the government cannot control the price increase. There's no control. Parang, he cannot, para daw, competition, etc. So whoever did that law, whoever agreed to pass that law, parang may problema. Unfortunately, hindi pa ako mambabatas, pero if I was already a lawmaker, I would really stand up. I said like, come on. Pwede ba yun, the government hindi mo pwedeng pakialaman? Ang DTI doon sa mga price control, price ceiling, meron tayong gano'n. May mga SRP tayo. But then it's so fuel, hindi po pwede. Bakit? Diba? Why? That was my question.
What are some of the things you're looking at? Sabi mo, parang, quote-unquote, blessing in disguise. So what are some of the possible improvements?
Oh, we will. Definitely. When we review this, one of which will be like, now we'll have to put a cap na pwedeng makialam ng gobyerno. Na the government can say, teka muna, wag naman ganun kalaki. Kasi ngayon, hindi eh. Hindi nga sila required to say, Jana, government, DOE, ito ang kuha namin. At ganito price, ito ipapatong namin, 20 pesos. They're not required to tell the DOE. Basta 20 pesos ang tataas namin dyan. That's just very unfair. So, what I promised kanina, the public, and those present there now, we will do something about this law. May mali dito sa law na ito. And it was passed. Kahit na may mali, Parang there was something wrong, pero pumasa pa rin eh. Kaya now is the time that we fix it. Hindi pinapansin because hindi, okay lang yung mga Pilipino. Ngayon, nung nagkagyera sa media, sa muntik na tayong magrasyon, then doon pa lang natin nakita na, oops, may problema, di ba? So, and I was very thankful that it was Secretary Garin, ang Secretary of Energy, kasi pati siya, she was open kanina, now we really need to fix this, Senator, Mr. Chairman. Ito. They gave me several points of what to fix on that, all the regulation law.
And sa Social Justice Committee naman, sir, anong priority ninyo?
Priority one is to review yung, pero not only us, it should be the social, the Justice Committee should be involved, and also the women and children. We have to review that Juvenile Justice Welfare Act. Parang may gray area siya. I'm not saying may problema, may gray area na doon tumatago yung mga minors in conflict with the law. We need to take a look at that. We need to change that. Tapos, kagaya sabi ko, we're in the majority, pero iba-iba yung ideas namin. Kami ng brother ko, may idea kami na, I think it's high time na you do the crime, you do the time. Pero wag isama yung bata doon sa mga matatanda, sa mga BJMP jails, sa mga newly lived prisons. Siguro we have to come up, the government will have to build a facility. Let's not call it a prison. Rather, probably we can call it as youth rehabilitation center where they can be rehabilitated. This is the problem dyan, and I was able to talk to some prosecutors. Pag dinala yung bata na may kaso, nagnakaw, nag-rape, haharap kay piskal, hindi alam ni prosecutor kung anong gagawin. Like, what do I do? Kasi sinasabi doon, kailangan may discernment. Hindi naman nag-aral ng psychology, discernment yung mga prosecutors natin. Ang nakakaalam lang yung social worker. Pero the social worker said, piskal, kailangan pag-aralan ko muna, kailangan ko interviewin ito. Eh yung police, pag dinala na sa piskal, hindi naman niya ma-hold yung bata ng 24 hours o 48 hours. Kailangan i-file niya na ang kaso. So doon pala may mga gray areas na yung batas. Kailangan, yun nagkakaproblema sa discernment. Alright? So, I think it's high time na we do something about it. Or meron silang paglalagakan. Let's not call it prison. Let's call it a rehabilitation center for the youth. Diba?
Sir, do you think you'd have the numbers for that? You and your brother would have the numbers for...
I think so.
Really, in the Senate?
Because people are already crying. I mean, yung mga victims, I think we will be backed up by families of those victims. Victims ng robbery, ng mga children in conflict with the law. Victims ng mga na-rape, na minors din. Victims na napatay, di ba? We heard naman during last hearing, yung parents na namatayan, they were really crying. Ganun-ganun na lang ba? Okay, punish 1 year, 2 years sila sa bahay pag-asa, then they can go home. E paano naman yung anak niya, hindi niya mabubuhay. So, no, but what I'm saying is, Jana, we have to study carefully, and this time, we do it properly. Kasi may mga laws na parang minadali. Case in point, the older regulation law. Eh kasi kailangan natin, wala na tayong OPSF, wala na tayong Oil Price Stabilization Fund. So we have to do this quickly. Eh sino naman nag-suffer? The public. Diba? Everybody suffered. The same thing with this. Okay, yung rights ng bata, pinoprotektahan natin. What about the rights of the victims? The families of those who died. The families of those children, minors that were raped and were killed by another minor. What about them? What about their rights? That is the question. That's why we have to review all these laws. Kasi parang tingin ko, it was hurriedly done. It was hurriedly passed. I'm not saying that the law is bad, it's wrong. We just have to review it and fix it. Diba? Kasi parang may mga gray areas. Let's remove those gray areas.
Sir, let me end by circling back to where I first started, no? Dun sa flood control. In a few weeks, President Marcos Jr. will give his State of the Nation address. A year ago, dun siya parang mahiya naman kayo. Do you think enough has been done? And do you think the President has done enough in the last 11 and a half months?
The President's statement woke up everybody. That flood control issue ginising niya ang taong bayan, okay, he started that fire, okay, and then there was investigation now. It is in the hands of the ombudsman and the DOJ to prosecute. We did our job, yung first part ng flood control. We investigated, we submitted names, so it's in their hands now. It's not totally na may nagawa na. People are hungry for justice. They want to see people prosecuted, and I think so. And I think that's their right, because if you steal someone's money, of course you'll be angry, di ba? You'll just let him walk away. You want him punished for stealing your money, John. So, I agree with them, all right? Pero, yung sasabihin na lang na, nauso ngayon, turo ng turo, this, si ganito, si ganon. We have to be careful also. Kasi kawawa naman yung mga walang kinalaman, masisira yung reputation, masisira yung buhay nila, including their families. Pero one thing I learned, na kahit papano, yung mga nagbabalak na magnakaw are thinking twice now. Are thinking twice. Tsaka medyo mas pinahirap pa because yung BICAM is live na eh. Nangyayari yung nakawan before sa BICAM eh. Sa preparation ng budget, one for you. Kunwari, ikaw yung chairman ng upper ng house. This is for you, John. Ha? This is for me. O, dito tayo sa flood control. Okay, John sa'yo, ito sa akin. O, paggawa ng mga government facilities. O, ito sa'yo, ito sa akin. That's how they do that. That's how they make party-party. And now, live ng BICAM, people can comment, hoy, you know, we experienced that during that first BICAM here last year. Sana kayo pumunta, nag-uusap-usap siguro kayo sa back room, pinagkahati-hatian na naman ninyo yung budget. So we have to get out. Then we're like, maybe we are disagreeing on something. At least ngayon, there's already involvement of the public. I think that's what was lacking before. There was no involvement. There was no transparency because the public cannot see. They were not informed. This time around, kahit papano, the public are there watching live, Facebook, YouTube, in the social media. May mga TV coverages pa. So, nakikita ng tao.
This has been illuminating. Senator Erwin Tulfo, thank you very much for joining us in the public square.
Thank you, John. Thank you.
And that's it for us today. The challenge for engaged citizens remains the same, to defend and to fully inhabit the democratic space. Please download the Rappler Communities app and join the chat room of your choice. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to Rappler Plus. Thank you. This is John Nery. See you in the public square.